You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a beautiful, cold day here in Gwinnett County. Yes, it is. It's 34 degrees going up to a high about 58. So we're going to have some nice weather later, but right now it is cold. I came out, I had frost all over my car. I was like, oh my God, it is freezing out here this morning. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Today is Tuesday, January 28th. Well, we're almost out of the first month of the year. Time does not wait for anyone, not at all. So listen, guys, today is National Have Fun at Work Day. I don't know what that means for you. Some people probably like, I'm not even going to work. That's fun. I know. But some of you have fun. National Have Fun at Work Day. So have some fun today. All right, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. He's our noted astrologer for today, January 28th. Going to kick it off like I always do. We're going to start it off with Aries. Be careful not to sign your time or your cash away. Female colleagues may be able to help you get the job done. Watch out now. Things at work will have been moving quickly, and you may be feeling a little uncertain about the changes taking place. Yeah, female colleagues may be able to help you get the job done, but things is moving a little quickly, Aries. So you better watch out what you're doing at work, buddy. A lot going on at your job today. Taurus, don't share your dilemma with those you work with. Don't confide in any relatives whom you know have a tendency to meddle in other people's affairs. That's the person that's always in somebody else's business, just in case you don't know. You can get a promotion if you put in a little extra detail. Listen, don't tell Aunt Mabel your business, because you know she's always in somebody's business, messing up stuff, messy. You know that messy aunt that's always messing up stuff? Don't tell them nothing, because they're messy. Now listen, Michael done told you that's what it said today. Gemini, be honest in your communication and don't lose your cool if someone backs you into a corner. Arguments could prevail. Money can be made if you are willing to take a chance. All right, take a chance today, Gemini. You got to be a little bit of a risk taker today if you want to make some extra cash. And listen, don't forget about arguing. Arguing is bad energy. I'm just saying. Cancer, you can become obsessed with detail and must be sure to provide your time appropriately. You are best not to confront situations that deal with in-laws or relatives. You can easily wrap up overdue personal legal matters that have caused problems for you. Wrap them up. Make sure you had a legal person looking at the right stuff, so you don't want to sign on the wrong line. I'm just saying. Leo, financial limitations may add to your depression. Don't add to all of ours. Uncertain changes regarding your personal life are evident. Do not confront situations unless you are sure you have a good understanding of the dilemma. Don't jump. What he's saying is, don't jump the gun before you have all the facts today, Leo. Get the facts first, then make a move. Virgo, enjoy the company of relatives today. You are not your usual self today. I don't know who you are today, but I hope she's good. Any capricious behavior will confuse loved ones, and your mood swings will result in loneliness. Ooh, Virgo. I'm just going to say pray on it, sugar. Just pray on it. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this next song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show.
Since I last heard your voice, I know that you felt like you didn't have a choice. And I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you. I know I've been a fool, but baby, believe me when I say to you, yeah, change your mind.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. That seemed like it was a long song, don't it? Like I was saying to myself, that song is really long. Like I'm normally like sitting here doing other stuff, and before I know it, the song has played and went away. But that one seemed pretty long to me. All right, let's pick it up with Libra. Don't reveal anything about your personal life that could be used adversely. The experience will be good. You may want to have a heart-to-heart with a close and trusted friend. Listen, keep your business to yourself. If you don't want it to get out in the public, I say it all the time, don't tell nobody. Yep, the day not your day, Libra, to be sharing your personal information. Scorpio, look into physical activities that will help you get rid of some of that tension you may be feeling. Risky ventures may turn in your favor. That's a good thing. This score could be unnerving. So you got some risky ventures that could probably pay off the day for you, Scorpio. I know that's nice, right? I know. Sagittarius, you'll be angry if those you live with aren't pulling their weight. Unexpected visitors are likely. Who is that? Be prepared to do your chores early because you might have some unexpected visitors. You can make major gains if you talk to your boss about your findings. You know what's funny? I always tell people, keep your bathrooms clean. You don't keep nothing else clean because most times people come to your house, they ain't going to go to your bedroom. They're going to go to the living room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Definitely going to the bathroom. It never fails. As soon as people come to the house, the first thing they say, where your bathroom at? I tell my daughter that all the time. Make sure your bathroom stay clean. We got 3 bathrooms in the house. And people use the one downstairs. And I said, can you make sure that bathroom stay clean, please? Because the first thing people say when they come into your house is, where your bathroom located at? Always. Always. All right. Capricorn. Investments may not be as lucrative as you thought. Your high energy should be spent pleasing your mate. All right. You may cause a fuss if you come on too strongly in public. Use that high energy on your mate. Don't come on too strong in public. Put that strongness in the house. I was about to say something else, but this is a family show. In the house. Aquarius, you'll get to your destination just as quickly. Get involved in philosophic groups that will enlighten you. That sounds very enlightening. Philosophic groups. You will find it easy to learn and excel. You know, Aquarius are pretty smart anyway. They like to learn stuff and teach stuff. They like to teach people. Aquarius love to teach folks. Think about Oprah. Oprah always teaches somebody something. You can't have a conversation with her without her teaching you something. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying they are teachers. Pisces, my fellow fish Pisces. Kick your shoes off and relax. That's exactly what I want to do. You have no idea how bad I want to do that. I haven't done it, though. And I'm very sleepy today because I didn't go to bed at 2 o'clock last night. And my clock went off at 6. I'll tell y'all why in a second. Kick your shoes off and relax. You can make a huge difference to children if you are able to put yourself in their shoes. You can stabilize your personal relationships if you're willing to communicate honestly. I'm always willing to communicate honestly. I don't know about the rest of you fish, but I'm always open to communicate honestly. Here's the thing. Nobody wants to communicate honestly with me. That becomes the issue. Not me. I'm not the one. Because I'm always open. So I don't know about the rest of you fish out there, but I'm always willing to talk it out. Honestly. People don't like honestly, though. They want to talk. Some of them don't want to talk, though. Some of them want to open their mouth. They'd rather just shut up and act like things are just going to disappear. They don't. They just get worse quietly. Unspokenly. Is that a word, unspokenly? But anyway, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. But let me tell y'all while I was up at 2 o'clock. So, there's a show on Netflix called Messiah. Right? I don't know. People that know me, my husband said all the time, I'm either watching Fat People because I love 600-Pound Life, Jesus, or Aliens, and he's right. Those are my favorite shows, all of them. Something about weight loss because I struggled with my weight my entire life, so I'm always watching something about weight loss, aliens. I'm fascinated by aliens and UFO and aliens declassified and all that. I'm fascinated by that stuff because there's a lot of truth to that. I know y'all don't want to believe we got aliens walking around. Your coworker probably an alien. You don't even know it. Probably sitting right next to an alien right now. But anyway, I was watching this show on Netflix called Messiah, and I could not cut it off. So by the time I binged. So I started watching it about 9 o'clock last night when I was supposed to be getting ready to go to bed. And I binged. So I got finished watching it. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm going to be so sleepy tomorrow. I know I am. I'm not sleepy right now, but I guarantee you probably around 4 o'clock I'm going to be done. But it was such an interesting show because it's the way they have it filmed and the way it's produced. Like, you can't really tell whether he's the Antichrist or the Messiah, because remember, biblically, the Antichrist has just as much power as the Messiah. And so things happen, and it's almost like he is playing a double role almost, so you can't really tell. He makes miracles happen, but then he does other stuff that looks a little crooked. So it's weird, but I binged. So when it went off last night, he was in a plane crash. He and somebody who was trying to take him back to Israel, and the plane crashed, and he walked off the plane. Like, the government made the plane crash. So he was in America, and the government wanted him to go back to Israel, like, get him out of America because it's a hot mess going on. And they put him on a plane, and he went willingly, but, he wasn't, I guess his work was done here or something. But as they took off and got up in the air, the plane caught fire and crashed. And he brought back two of the men to life. But he walked away with no unscathed. So it's a good show. It makes you think, but then it put me in a freaky kind of state of mind. So I had to do all kinds of crazy stuff to go to sleep because I was kind of wired up after that. But anyway, check it out, The Messiah on Netflix. Netflix, you should be paying me for this. I know I'm shouting out your shows. It's an original too. I like it, so that's why I'm sharing it. But anyway, Netflix should be paying me though. All right, so, earlier this year, last year in July, Commissioner Marlene Fosque did a forum where she invited Butch Conway and some other people out to talk about the 287G program, which is a program that's based on immigration. And one of the panelists was a gentleman by the name of D.A. King. Well, he was pissed off. He said Marlene defamed him, so he filed some charges against her. Well, it went before the commissioner. It went before the Gwinnett Ethics Board, and they said, you know what, we're going to give her a warning, a written warning. But it's up to the Board of Commissioners to decide whether it's going to be a written warning or a verbal warning. So they'll know that this week whether it's going to be written or verbal. They recommended a written, but it's up to the Board of Commissioners to determine whether or not she's going to get a written or verbal. So that got squashed real quick. I think people was expecting a lot more from that, but they found that there was no defamation on her behalf towards him. There was things that she should have said a different way, but she said it the way she wanted to say it, and so because of that, he filed charges. He filed a complaint against her earlier this year, and so now, she's going to get a warning. We don't know whether it's going to be verbal or written. Recommended that it's written, but it's probably going to be verbal, because even some of the people who are on the other side of the party are not happy with him. So I'm just guessing that it's going to be verbal, which is nothing that's written, just so you know. It's not in a record. It's on record that it's verbal. All right, okay, let's keep it moving on to some news you can use. Loganville mayor, one of many, attended the D.C. event, right? Loganville Mayor Ray Martinez recently joined other mayors across the country in Washington, D.C. for a discussion on transforming America's community. This is the fourth time Loganville's mayor has been invited to the nation's capital, taking part in the White House and other White House-sponsored discussions on infrastructure as well as Hispanic Heritage Month activities. Among the topics discussed addressed to the mayors, President Trump noted his administration's efforts to further ensure that every child can have access to the American dream. We've made education a top priority. That's why we strongly support charter schools and the right of parents to send their kids to the school of their choice. Okay. It's funny because I was in a meeting with someone, and maybe you could share your thoughts on this, but I was in a meeting with someone, and charter schools came up. So, I had heard of charter schools before, and I understood what they meant. And so when you think of it, when I was thinking of it from a parent perspective, it was like, well, I want my kid to go to the best possible school, right? If I had a school-age child, I would want him to go to the best possible school. But the person that I was having this conversation with said to me, if they allow charter schools, that's going to take away money from public schools, and that's going to be public schools in areas that are already in trouble, where the kids are not getting proper education as it is. And I was like, I hadn't thought about it like that. And so it's kind of like it's a tough spot to be in as a parent, because you want your child to have the best, but your child having the best means it's going to take away from another child. So that was how that was presented to me. So I had to stop, and I'm still not sure where I stand on it. I mean, I don't want any child not to have a great education, right? But of course, you want your child to have the best education. So it kind of puts you in a catch-22, right? So if I am for charter schools, then that means money's coming from a public school, maybe a public school in a distressed area. So those children are not going to get the education that they need to be productive young adults in our communities, but the kids in this area, because they can afford or they're in a position to go to a charter school, will. So it's really touchy. I would love to know your thoughts on charter schools and our education system. So if you want to share that with me, send me an email, audrey@goodmorninggwinnett.com, because I want to know. I was, the person that I was talking to was hot. They were hot with me when I was like, well, I would want my kid to go to a charter school if that means he's going to get the best education. And she was hot with me, but I don't have I don't have a school age child, but if I had one, I'm almost positive I want her or him to have the best possible education. Like everybody wants their kids to do that. There should be a way for us to have both, like the charter schools and a good public education system. Luckily, here in Gwinnett County, we have a pretty nice education system, so a lot of that is not focused too much on us. I think there are some places inside of Gwinnett that have some, distressed areas that may have school systems that need more attention. And I don't know what those are, but I think I need to find out. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Extended early voting for the spring primary election in Gwinnett County won't happen because many county commissioners didn't pay for it, despite requests from the county's election board that they provided the funding. Wow. Requested they provided the funding. Okay. So election officials had requested money that would have been allowed early voting to be expanded from 12 to 19 days at all 8 of Gwinnett's voting locations. Instead, the county has funded the status quo 12 days of early voting at 7 locations. So it's only going to be at 7 locations. It's only going to be 12 days. For the March and May primary elections, there will be 19 days of early voting this spring at 1 location. That's Gwinnett main election board office. So there will not be extended days at any other location except for the main location. That request did not go through. So early voting is only 12 days, not 19 days. So that was no extension there. So. Yeah, for more of that story, you can go to ajc.com and look at the whole story. I don't know. My thing is, whatever the case may be, you need to get out early. Like, I'm going to go out a little bit early this time because I need to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be when it's time for me to vote. I normally go on the last day to vote, which is, now that I realize it's not, I've never had problems. But I feel like I need to go early this year. So I'm going to go early to make sure that I'm on the roll, that my name wasn't deleted for some strange reason or whatever. Because, a lot of that starts to happen. I'm sure we're going to have all kinds of things happening this year. I'm just saying. I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of stuff. Gwinnett approved $735,000 to buy new ambulances and refurbish old ones. So Gwinnett County Commissioners approved a contract for more than $735,000 to buy new ambulances and update the existing fleet. Gwinnett County Fire and Emergency Services will purchase 2 new ambulances costing a combined $522,000. An ambulance already owned by the department will receive repairs at a cost of $213,000. The old ambulance will have its patient's compartment remounted on a new chassis, and the county said in the press release. So at least we know we're gonna have some great emergency services. All right, listen, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after this next song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County.
You're all that I want, could you let me in the last dream?
Good Morning Gwinnett Show. I'm your girl, Audrey Kearney, giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So y'all know Valentine's Day is coming. It's in about 3 weeks. So in an annual effort to promote love in the county, Gwinnett will host their annual Valentine's Day vow renewal and wedding event from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Friday, February 14th at the Isaac Adair House located at 15 South Clayton Street, downtown Lawrenceville. So now listen, you can't just, do you need to make reservations? Yeah, so I think I talked about this last year. Was it last year? I read about it. Yeah, I talked about this last year. I remember talking about this. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But anyway, Chief Magistrate Christina Hammer Bloom and Probate Court Judge Christopher Baller will perform the ceremonies at the county's annual Valentine's Day wedding and vow renewal event, co-hosted by Gwinnett Parks and Recreation. Isn't that nice? That's so nice. That's nice. Couples who are getting married should obtain a valid license from the Georgia Probate Court prior to the ceremony and bring that original license with them on February 14th. Couples who are renewing their vows do not need to bring a copy of their license. No out-of-state weddings will be performed. For more information and to make your reservation, you have to call 770-822-8081. Again, that number is 770-822-8081. If you need to obtain a license, which you do, if you're going to be newly married, you can get that information at 770-822-8350. Again, that number is 770-822-8350. To make a reservation, 770-822-8081. To get your marriage license, 770-822-8350. That's so cool, right? Yeah, we need more love. We need more love around the world. Everybody need to be doing it. Everybody. All right, so today from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., the Planning Commission is going to be holding their meeting today. They're at 600. What am I saying? See, that's the tie. That's because I done stayed up to 2 o'clock watching The Messiah. 6 p.m. today, Snellville will have its Planning Commission meeting. That's going to be in room 145 at City Hall. I'm moving a little slow, and I got so much work to do. So City Hall is located at 2342 Oak Road in Snellville. The meeting is at 6 p.m. ends at 7 p.m. I know, I'm moving in slow motion. Yesterday I was sad because of Kobe. Today I'm sleepy because of Messiah. I need to pull it together, right? Girl, you need to get yourself together. I know. All right, there's also a city council meeting this evening at 6:30 in Swanee. So if you're interested in that, it's going to be located at City Hall, 330 Town Center Avenue in Swanee, 6:30. You want to go to that? City Hall in Swanee, 330 Town Center Avenue in Swanee. That's a city council meeting this evening. Now, you want to learn how to, you want to learn about clocks? What time is it? They are a casual group, friendly, who will show you how to repair antique mechanical clocks. They share knowledge and experience and tools. If you have a clock, great. If you don't, they have movements for you to work on. Or you can see what other folks are doing and learn some techniques and history of these amazing little machines. It's free and open to the public. Starts from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. this evening at Berkmore High School, located at 405 Pleasant Hill Road in Lilburn. So if you're a clock enthusiast, this is the opportunity to get out with some more clock enthusiasts and just have some fun and learn how to repair them. You can talk to Randy G. He's the organizer of this event. They're volunteers of the National Association of Watch and Clock Collectors. They're chapter 24. It's open to the public, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. this evening. Berkmore High School, 405 Pleasant Hill Road in Lilburn. So if you like clocks, you want to learn about clocks, this is the opportunity. There are a lot of people that like clocks. My husband loves watches. He loves watches. Like, you can never buy him too many watches. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I like watches too, but since I had my Fitbit, I hardly ever take it off. I take it off, when I'm taking a bath and stuff like that. But I hardly ever. I need to buy some more watch bands. I got the same watch band, and I never take it off. But people love watches and clocks and things like that. I want to collect something. I like teapots though. I said I was going to collect them. Then I said I was going to make some. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I'll figure it out at some point. When I slow down a little bit, I'll figure it out. All right, so let's be right. So Georgetta's in the studio. She's like, when is that? I don't know. I have no idea. So Georgetta's here with me again, y'all.
I'll be on the mic one day.
That's why I was 1 minute late, because she was here. I'm blaming her. I'm always blaming her, right? I was a minute late. So she's going to be, listen, we got a lot of good stuff coming up. We're going to be doing live interviews, live stream interviews, video. With my guests. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be talking to guests. So Georgetta's the executive producer for the shows. One show is Good Morning Gwinnett, and the other show is Noisemaker. If you are a business owner, small business owner, author, you want to get on, become a noisemaker, go to noisemakerbusinessalliance.com, become a noisemaker, and then you come into the studio with me, get the interview, and then we blast it out all of our platforms. We got a lot of them. We got a lot of platforms. You looking for visibility? Let us help you do that. I sound like a commercial right now, right? But anyway, we got some great guests coming up. So Good Morning Gwinnett is really focused on community leaders, government officials, and social activists and nonprofits. That's what that show is about. Our community, everything in our community, and the people who run the community and help others in our community. Noisemaker is more of a business show focused on the small business owner, authors, and inventors and people like that. So it's a little bit different. And I may be launching one more. I didn't tell Georgia yet, but I might as well go ahead and say it now. I'm gonna be doing a book club one. Yeah, I got 1,000 books to read, so I was like, I need to just have a book club. So I'm gonna be launching a show called the Book Club. Simple. I don't know. I might change the name later. I might change it to something cute. But anyway, it's going to be a book club, and it's about, the book. I'm going to talk about the books I'm reading. Now, I got to tell you, it probably won't be a novel. So if y'all like reading novels, it probably won't be a novel. I'm just not a novel reader. I am a business book reader. Now, unless it's a biography. Yeah. It might be some biographies in there, because there's some biographies I want to read. My goal this year is to read 100 books. That is a lot of books. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Not 100. That sounds crazy. 12. I went from 100 to 12. That's like one a month.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so that was totally unrealistic. Totally like 100. Like that means I need to read one every 2 days or something crazy, right?
Yeah,
I need to read at least 2 a week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
At least 2 a week won't happen.
Once a month.
Yeah. Once a month is good. So, yeah, once a month is going to work out better.
The first one.
I know, right? We got to really book one that I have not cracked the page. And it was my idea, like, hey, I should get this book. And people done bought the book, and I haven't turned the first page. I suck. I'm not ashamed to say it.
We're rescheduling that.
That's because I'm blaming Georgette again. Georgette is running that book club. I don't even know. What's the name of that book club?
No.
Shameful. She don't even have a name. She's the president of that book club. I'm just a member. She's the president.
Inspiring Minds Book Club. That's what it is.
Inspiring Mind Book Club. She just made that up. So y'all heard it live.
No, that is the name of it.
Okay. So listen. So we got the Inspiring Mind Book Clubs. We meet at the right here, Paradigm Work Hub, located at 1862 Decula. No, it's wrong. I gave somebody. Listen, we had our podcast meetup. And because we're in Decula, I gave the man 1862 Decula Road, and that's where he was. We on Auburn Road. And so he called me. He said, listen, I'm sitting over here in front of Ingles. I was like, well, make a right and come on down the road. We're right down the road. He said, that's Auburn Road. I said, that's the road we're on. He said, that's not what you gave me. I said, what did I give you? He said, Decula Road. I was like, I'm so sorry. He was riding around for like 30 minutes lost. It was my fault, too. I fessed up. I did. It was my fault. Listen, when I make a mistake, I have no problem fessing up. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to go because I'm tired. So that's because I stayed up all night watching Jesus. And now I'm sleepy. God be with me. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this next song. Stay tuned.
To do
Because I miss you so much. I miss the way we touch. And I need to make it stop. But I still think about it all the time. I won't stop until it's over. But I still think about it all the time. It's never over till it's over. There is no us no more. No, I'm grasping at straws, trying to save myself. I wanna be here alone. No, a place we used to go all the time. I need to do this alone, so just stop calling me up. Just realize that we're done. Don't come back. I need to do this alone, so just stop calling me up. Just realize that we're done. Don't come back. I have dreams about us. I just want it to stop. Because I miss you so much. I miss the way we touch. And I need to make it stop. But I still think about it all the time. I won't stop until it's over. But I still think about it all the time. It's never over till it's over. But I still think about it all the time. I won't stop until it's over. But I still think about it all the time. It's never over till it's over, baby.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. So when that song first started playing, right, y'all heard me say as I was going out, God help me, and it started playing. I was like, this sounds like a bedtime nursery rhyme. I'm about to fall asleep for real. And then they kicked it up. But for when it first started, I'm like, oh God, like what is this? I got a lot of new songs in my playlist that I play for you guys. So some of them I've never heard except for the first beat. I mustn't even listen to that beat because it sounded like a. I'm like, okay, for real. All right, listen, there's a writer's forum to this evening. If you are a writer or think you want to be a writer, join publisher and author and host Harmon Snipes every Tuesday at 7 p.m. to discuss writing and publishing processes. Everyone is welcome. Is free. You can email him at forumwriters@gmail.com, forumwriters@gmail.com, or you can just go over to the Forum, which is a very nice Barnes & Noble bookstore over in Peachtree Corners. The Forum is on Peachtree Parkway, 5141 Peachtree Parkway in Peachtree Corners. Hours are 11 to 8, but they're going to be there this evening at 7 o'clock. So if you are a writer planning to be one or a publisher planning to be one, this is a great opportunity for you to go out there and talk to somebody who has done it. Yeah, and don't think that books are going away because they're not. I love books. Like, I'm an author of probably 5 or 6 books, and I got a podcast and journal on Amazon as well, along with my books. But I love books, and I love to hold books in my hands. I'm not a Kindle reader. I'm a paper person. Like, I love magazines. I love magazines. I'm a junkie. Like, everybody like coffee and stuff like that and chocolate. I'm a magazine junkie. Like, if I count up all the money I spent on magazines every month, they probably put me in magazine rehab. All right, listen, there's another subgroup. If you're interested in learning about investing in real estate, there's an opportunity for you to do that this evening. 7 p.m., the Atlanta Real Estate and Professional Lead Generators is going to be having a meetup this evening. It's free and open to the public. 7 o'clock, they start off who we are, members benefits, and invitation to join. 7:15, to have the needs and wants round robin. Attendees share what they're looking for. 7:45 to 8:30 is education. 8:30 to 9 o'clock is networking. 7 to 9 p.m. So if you're interested in checking that out, that's going to be located at 45 South Peachtree Street in Norcross. It's free and open to the public. Scott Miller is currently a buy and hold investor with properties in South Cobb, Austell, Mableton, and unincorporated Smyrna. He started in the real estate business in the 1990s and town and rentals and low rent landlord. Low rent. What is a low rent landlord? I need to go to that class if I want to know, I guess. Scott enjoys discussing investment in real estate and attending Georgia RIA functions and meeting other investors who invest in the Metro Atlanta area. So if you're interested, it sounds like Scott is the person you need to know. It's also hosted by Rod Joseph. Rod Joseph is currently a buy and hold investor with properties in Gwinnett County, Lawrenceville, and Norcross area. He owns and manages remotely in Florida and South Carolina. Rod started in real estate investing in Georgia in 2006 and in a prior life worked as a real estate agent and also a mortgage broker. So you're going to be in some good company to get your questions answered if you want to. I'm going to have to attend one of these meetings. Like right now, I'm trying to diversify my portfolio amongst all the other million things that I do. So I'm getting my investment license in stocks, which I should have done that last year, but I didn't. I had my insurance license, but not my investment license. And I still got them last year, but I didn't. But anyway, if you want to attend that this evening, 7 to 9, 45 South Peachtree Street, and that's at the in Norcross. Check it out. This is your opportunity. Okay, so there's open build night at the Gwinnett Geek Space Gwinnett. I tell people this is the best kept little secret in Gwinnett County right here. Anything you probably want to learn how to make, you can learn it at the Geek Space Gwinnett. I went over to one of their meetings. Hopefully they'll have a new meeting coming up, but I can't make the 10 o'clock meeting. Like they have a 10 o'clock mastermind in the morning, but I'm on the air with you guys at 10 o'clock, so I can't make it. I went to one of their meetings. I was excited because, I keep telling you guys I want to be artsy and I want to make stuff. But this is my other people. Like podcasters are my other people, and the entrepreneurs are my other people. I got a lot of peoples. I got a lot of peoples with an S. The peoples with an S. I know, right? Terrible grammar. Terrible. I know. But anyway, if you're interested in learning how to do some stuff, we are building whatever you want to build. Yep, you go into the Geek Space, you can build whatever you want to build. They got a whole lot of stuff over there. Power tools. They got if you want to make like a chocolate mold or something, like that's one of the things I want to make. I want to make a noise mold for some chocolate noise, right? Our logo, I want to make a logo mold. So that's one of the things I'm planning on doing. Yep, so keep it moving. All right, Legally Blonde is playing this evening, 6:30 p.m. If you like Legally Blonde, it's going to be playing at the Eagle Theater, located at 5029 West Broad Street in Sugar Hill, 6:30. So if you don't have anything to do this evening, you want to go out, watch the movie, you can do that. It's $2 Tuesday. Concessions are available for purchase during the movie. No outside food or drinks are allowed. It's a PG-13, so you can take the kids to this one. It's a family movie. Legally Blonde is an old movie. Mm-hmm. It's a really, really old movie. When it came out like that? 1990s or something?
Yeah, back in the day.
That was a long time. That was a really, really long time. But yeah, if you want to see Legally Blonde, is playing tonight at the Eagle Theater. Again, that's 5029 West Broad Street in Sugar Hill. Take the family. It's only $2 Tuesday. Yep. I remember in Jersey when one year it was so hot. Me and my daughter stayed in the movies almost every day because it was $2 because it was so hot. So they knew if you came to the movies, you was going to buy something. So they was going to get their money. So it didn't matter if you paid $2 to get in and watch the movie. Because we've had like hot dogs and popcorn and sodas. We did it like 3 days out of the week because it was so freaking hot. She was a little girl then. That's when she wanted to hang out with me. She didn't want to hang out with me too much. Well, we hang out more now. But in her teen years, we didn't hang out that much. But she hangs out with me a little bit now. Like we go out and have dinner and stuff. Like, cause she's grown. So we kind of hang a little bit. All right, so you don't want to do the movies. You can do some sports. The Atlanta Gladiators versus the Utah Grizzlies is going to be tonight at the Infinite Energy Center, 7:05 p.m. Get your tickets. You got to get your tickets, though. It's not free. I didn't say that one was free. You got to pay. Tickets start at $17. So if you want to go to the Infinite Energy Center and watch the Atlanta Gladiators versus the Utah Grizzlies, you can. 6400 Sugarloaf Parkway in Duluth. Check it out. All right, listen, that's all the events and all of the news I got for you today. But before I go, I'm going to give you my word of inspiration. But before I do that, I'm going to go to my last song, and I'll be right back after that song.
But you keep coming back. I want you to
past. Don't wanna complicate things. Maybe if I asked, was any of it real? Was it real? There's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking on you, so I say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying and calling back to say I'll say goodbye. Tired of crying, don't call me back to say goodbye. There's only one thing. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying and calling back to say I'll say goodbye. Yeah, I'll say goodbye. Don't call me back, just say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying and calling back to say I'll say
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm sitting up here yawning. I'm so sleepy. I have to go get a cup of coffee because I still got a very long day to go, for real. But anyway, before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for you to keep it moving today. Get over the hump like me, especially if you're sleeping, because this is where I could just lay down right now and be in a zone for real. Great things never come from comfort zones. Ooh. Look how powerful that is.
Right.
Great things never come from your comfort zone. You got to get outside of your comfort zone if you want to accomplish anything. Trust me when I tell you that. If you stay in that same spot, you're going to get what you've always got. It's like the definition of insanity, right? Mm-hmm. Which is keep doing the same things expecting a different outcome. That's insanity. You can't keep doing the same things expecting something different. You can't stay in the same comfort zone expecting to be successful, whatever it is you're trying to do. Whether you want a different job, if you're comfortable at your old job, then don't complain about it. Cause here's my thing. Like I'm not really a complainer. Like I'm a solution oriented person. Everybody that knows me, like don't come to me with the problem. Let's figure out what the solution is. Let's hear the problem. We're not gonna stay there. We're gonna figure out what the problem is. We're gonna figure out a solution to the problem. Got to get uncomfortable. Being an entrepreneur is uncomfortable, but it's also so very satisfying at the same time. You can do both. You can be uncomfortable and be satisfied. Now, let me tell you, it's going to take some time to get to the point of satisfaction. I ain't going to lie to you. Well, I will not. I'm like, who's that, Abraham Lincoln? I should not tell a lie. I'm not going to lie. It's very uncomfortable. But I've been doing it for 23 years. And when I look back over there, it's so funny because I'm trying to remember who said, I think it was Mark Allen. So Mark Allen is a business owner and he's also a speaker, and he's an author. And he has a audio series, an audio book that I read. I loved his book because he talked about being an entrepreneur. He's not the person that I'm an early bird, so I get up early. He's not. He's like, man, he read a book about entrepreneurship. He said had he read that book before he started to become an entrepreneur, he would have never become one because it was like you had to be a type A personality. You had to get up early in the morning. He's like, I get up at 12 o'clock. I come to the office sometime. And he was like, had I read that book, I would never have become an entrepreneur. But he was talking about one of his friends. I read this was a long time ago, but this tells you the power of a good story. He said one of his friends was talking about how he was on the verge of bankruptcy, or the verge of failing. He was on the verge for like 25 years. He never fell, but he was always on the verge, right? So that's me. I'm not on the verge of failing, but I've been doing this for 23 years. So, and I've been comfortable for probably 20 of those. Uncomfortable, I mean, for probably 20 of those years. I'm kind of finally getting to a place where I'm comfortable. Not so comfortable, though, that I won't step outside, because I'll step outside in a minute. But anyway, Thank you again for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 52 minutes with me, and I do appreciate that. If you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and listen there, or you can download the app from your App Store, Apple Store, Google Play Store. Listen to me on Alexa. Just go to Alexa, say, Alexa, open Good Morning Gwinnett, and you'll hear the last episode I recorded. So be sure to check us out there. Also, tell a friend, share with a friend, share the app with a friend. Got a big, bodacious goal. It's the same goal I had last year, but I didn't hit it because I didn't focus so much on my app downloads, but I'm focusing this year. So the goal is to get 1 million app downloads. I'm working hard to get that this year. That's huge. I got two goals. Two really good goals. Like, one goal is to get 1 million app downloads for the Good Morning Gwinnett app. The other goal is to get 100 members into the Noisemaker Business Alliance group. That's a big goal. So 100 members in Noisemaker. So become a Noisemaker today. Go to noisemedia.com.us, not .com. That's the sleep side of me. I got a headache on the left side. Anyway, thank you again for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. And until next time, you guys, make it a great day. Bye now.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.